Personal Development webinar. Tonight we are closing out the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing, and discussing Chapter 9, which is Deflecting the Executive Explosion. And Marianne was not able to make it with us tonight, so I'm on my own. And for those of you that know me, I struggle with technology. Technology is definitely not my strength. So doing this on my own is definitely stepping out of my comfort zone. But if we don't step out of our comfort zone, we don't grow. And I believe in leading by example. And I want to grow as well as teaching others to grow. So here we are. So diving into Chapter 9. This was about executives and bringing people from the corporate world into network marketing, because they're two different animals. And a lot of times people don't understand that. So diving right into the book, the first thing they talked about was memos and meetings, because CEOs and people in higher management have a tendency in companies to go to meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting, and there are memos, emails going out, and it's just this circle. And memos and meetings in our business do not make you money. So they will come into network marketing most of the time trying to run their network marketing business like they ran their corporate America business, and it just doesn't work. So it's better for us to teach them that from the beginning than to let them experience that and fail miserably. So downsizing is the darling of Wall Street, because profits are typically enhanced in corporate America. It's basically backwards. You know, they build people up and then they downsize to cut their payroll to drive their shares up. So with that being said, corporate America positions are not guaranteed. They're not something that you have control over. The ball is not in your court. And so more and more executives are flocking to network marketing due to the massive layoffs. With them, they bring respect, but they also bring practices that won't work with network marketing. More and more executives joining network marketing helps us, because it helps our industry get respected more. The more that people see that doctors are joining network marketing, that bank presidents are joining network marketing, that CEOs of big retail chain stores are joining network marketing, lawyers, it goes on and on, teachers, people are starting to respect our industry more. And while it does still have some negativity out there, and there will always be people that say this is a pyramid scheme or a scam, more and more people are realizing this is the real deal, and the possibilities are endless. So some of the challenges with corporate people is desperation. They need it, and they need it now. And they want to keep up with their corporate lifestyle. They're used to their big mansions, their boats. They want all of that, and they want to, you know, bring it all over with them, not realizing that network marketing takes time to build. You don't start off in network marketing from square one and you're at square 100 within an hour. It's something that you build as time goes on. Executives often intimidate their sponsor. They're used to being the boss. They're used to being in control. They're used to telling you what to do. They are not used to being taught. They're used to being the teacher. So they have egos, they have credentials, they have education. And if you let them intimidate you, they are going to be very difficult to coach. So you need to realize that no matter what their background is, no matter what their credentials are, no matter how big their ego is, no matter what their position was with what company, they are newer to network marketing than you are. And so they need to be the student, and you need to be the teacher, and you need to set that straight right away, and don't let them intimidate you. You know, be kind, be productive, but stay the course, and, you know, set the line in the sand. They will also try to use the same tools they use in traditional business. You know, like they'll think they need an office and they need a conference room, and, you know, they're going to send out emails to everyone, and they need to be told and taught from the beginning. Actually, I should not say told. I should say we should share with them and teach them from the beginning that that doesn't work in this business, because like I said, we would rather teach them from the get-go than to have them try it their way and fail. Oftentimes they think, why would anyone want to join me? They have that mentality. Well, why would anybody want to join me in this business? While we, as networkers who really see this opportunity, think, why wouldn't anyone not want to join us? This is the best opportunity out there. Most executives want their lives to improve, but they are unwilling to do anything about it. They typically want to put in very little work and reap very big rewards. So network marketing is the most lucrative industry out there. You literally write your own paycheck, but you get paid for the work you do. I get a check for every single sale I make. But if I sit on my butt, I don't get a check. And they need to understand that they have to put in the work if they want to get the paycheck. Because they are unhappy in their chosen fields, they don't envision success in being happy in this, because they, you know, came from this. Yeah, I had this money, but, you know, I was stressed out and I was working all these hours and I never saw my family. It's hard for them to see the vision of, yes, I need to work, but I create my own schedule. I choose when I want to work. I can schedule my working around my family. And again, I'm building my paycheck. So how can network marketing improve their lives? Easily. Their personal future is yet to be written. You know, they've been laid off, or they've left their corporate job, or they want to leave their corporate job because of the stress. But they can't change what's happened back here. No matter what we do in life, we can't change yesterday. We can't change last week. We can't change last month. But we can change the future. We have the power to do anything and everything tomorrow, next week, next month. Their future hasn't been written, so it's completely up to them. Together, we can direct the future in a way that brings continued expansive growth instead of stagnant and confused regrouping, which is what corporate America is. They just constantly regroup people, lay people off. You've got new CEOs that come in with new ideas, but no matter who the CEO is or what the company is, it's all about where can we cut the costs and where can we build our profits. One of the great things about network marketing is we don't have a storefront. We don't have that overhead. We don't have an advertising department. We don't have that overhead. And that's why we're paid so well, is because my mouth is my advertising department and my mouth is my storefront. Our job is not to find people and change them. Our job is to find the ones who have already come to the conclusion that they need change, and to get them the needed information to research. This was big to me. I am not out there begging people to do this business. I am out there offering a better opportunity to people, regardless of who you are, what your background is, or where you live. You have just as much capability of succeeding and going anywhere in this business as anyone else does. Network marketing is all about catching people at the right time in their lives when they are open to the idea of new opportunities. basically, we read about this in the chapter before. When someone says no to you, it's not something to take personal. It's not something that they're usually saying no to you. They're saying, no, it's not the right time for me. And as we read in a few chapters back, the average person switches occupations every 3.7 years. People have a lot of things going on in their lives. Family dynamics change, location of where they live change, or they want to put their kids in a new school, or they've added a spouse, or they've lost a spouse. All kinds of things happen. So just because someone says no to you doesn't mean no towards you. It means no, right now it's not a good time. So we're always trying to catch people at the right opportunity when the timing is right for them. If you give corporate executives good information and you address their specific concerns, the odds are in your favor that they will research more. You have to address their specific concerns. If you don't address their specific concerns, you've lost them and they're not coming back. 2 facts when dealing with corporate people: the documentation that the business is legitimate. They want to see proof that this isn't a scam. They want to see proof that this isn't illegal, that this isn't a pyramid scheme, that people really do make money at this, and that there are other corporate people out there that yes, there are the stay-at-home moms, but there are also other doctors, other bank executives. They want that proof. They respond better to committed business builders because they know that you will lead by example. They know that you will teach them, and they want you to help them duplicate their success. So you being successful is very important to them because they know that they can learn exactly what you figured out how to be successful. New people, when you're signing up a CEO, and that happens a lot because, like we talked about in this chapters before, this is all about who you know. This is about your warm market, and you might be someone that doesn't have a college education at all, that you might have worked at Subway and that was the only corporate America job you ever had, but your best friend in high school that you've known for years and years and years is an attorney, and you guys are still good friends, even though she's corporate America and she has a college degree and all of that. She is going to most likely sign up with you because she knows you. So it's very possible that things like this happen. They happen like this all the time. So don't ever think, oh, I will never sign up an attorney, or I will never sign up a doctor, or I will never sign up a bank president, because if you don't think you will, you're absolutely right. You never will. But if you think you can do it, you'll be surprised who comes into your life and what you can do. So if you're new at this and you do sign up a CEO, it's good to get them involved with your upline and let your upline help answer questions and close the deal. So after executives do their research, they're going to decide one of 3 things. They're going to decide that they're ready to start right now. They're going to decide that the time is just not right for them, or that the business is not for them. So if they're ready to start, that's the perfect scenario and situation for you. So yay. If the time is not right for them, again, put them on your 6-month follow-up list. Do not push them away. And if they say this business is not for them, that's okay, because who do they know that this business would be right for them? Ask them for referrals. Corporate execs can become some of the greatest leaders in your organization, or they can blow everything and ruin your downline. So you can prevent the latter situation of having them blow up your entire downline by executing your strength and letting them know that network marketing and traditional business are 2 different animals. You have to take control, you have to be decisive, and you have to lead. You need to tell them to give up the meetings and memos like we discussed. Network marketing is a work program. Product usage. prospecting and sharing the opportunity are the things that lead to success. It doesn't matter what network marketing company you're with. You share, you use your products, you share your products, and you share the business opportunity. And it's just rinse, lather, repeat, rinse, lather, repeat. You need to teach them to replace high-tech systems with personal storytelling. People in our industry, like I said, this industry is built on personal relationships. People can relate to things. And so you want to do as much one-on-one, as much face-to-face, in-home meetings, parties, webinars like this, you know, trainings online, going to corporate trainings. However you can see people face-to-face, it's more personable. And network marketing is designed for everyone. So it's good for people to see that there are people from all walks of life, like we talked about. You want to be duplicatable in everything that you do. Can the least skilled person in your organization do it? So I've always tried to be a duplicatable person. Like I said earlier, I've been in network marketing for 20 years. I have had my ups and I have had my downs. And a funny story is in my first business in the candle company I was actually doing a candle party at a lady's house, and I had all my little candles lit on her coffee table, and her big fluffy cat decided to walk by, and he put his tail on the table and his fur got burned. And so the beautiful aroma of my candles quickly went to singed, burnt cat hair aroma. And it was horrifying to me. I think I had not even been in the business for 6 months when this happened. But everybody got a laugh out of it. Everybody saw that I was just a normal human being just like them. And I actually welcomed 2 people into my business from that party. And both of them said to me, "You're real, you're honest, you're genuine, you're not perfect, you make mistakes, and you handled that so well." And we all laughed about it. And we want to learn how to do this business with you. So be duplicatable. Be honest, be real. Your prospects should always think, I can do this. I've got a living room, I've got a laptop, and I've got friends that need money, you know? So again, simplicity is great. You don't need to bring, you know, 8 aisles of products over to someone's house. You don't need an office. You don't need overhaul. You just want to keep things simple and duplicatable. Personal stories show that you are real, like I just shared my crazy personal story with you. Corporate execs struggle with showing vulnerability because they're always being taught not to. So that was something that was eye-opening to me too. I mean, not surprising, but I'd never really thought about it. Corporate executives are taught to be the strong ones. They don't show their weaknesses in their occupations. They are taught that they have to be daddy, you know, they have to take care of the family. So when they're coming into our business and they're showing their vulnerability and their weakness and a soft side to this hard shell, this is very foreign to them. This is very uncomfortable to them, and it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel disrespected. It makes them lose some self-esteem and like a self-image. And so it's really important to just be real with them and be honest with them, and to say, you know, I know this is really hard for you. I understand, you know, that you're used to being the boss and you're used to being the tough person, and just being open and honest with them and walking them through that gracefully. Lead by example instead of delegating. So corporate executives are used to telling people what to do, micromanaging. They're not used to showing people what to do. You know, one example, I've worked in the accounting department before in businesses. I've never had the corporate people come into my office and say, okay, this is how you do this. They're used to just telling you, you need to do this. So it's a sharing and showing versus telling. So again, that's why you need to be out there sponsoring. You need to be out there getting customers. You need to be out there doing everything that you're going to lead them to do, because they will pick up on it if you are not. A healthy organization begins with action at the top. Well, I just talked about that. So again, your organization wants to be balanced. You want to have retail customers, wholesale customers, part-time workers, full-time workers. You want a balance of all of that. Leaders prospect, they set up appointments, they share the opportunity, and they use the products, share the products, and have a customer base. You do this and you show your teams how to do this, and you will have a thriving business. Never qualify your prospects. Corporate execs are used to qualifying people and businesses, especially people that come from banks or financial backgrounds. They're used to qualifying everything about people. So your best recruits are people that have their back against the wall financially. They are driven by a cause. They're coachable. They're willing to follow your system. They are enthusiastic, and they enjoy working with people and helping others succeed. Almost every single person that has achieved great success in network marketing is not someone that has a big college background or a degree or was a CEO of a company. But there are some out there that are. There are some people in this book. It talks about the lady who was the top salesperson for Xerox, which is a huge company, who left that company and got into network marketing, and she is a millionaire from it. So there are some executives that are very successful in this business. Executive people tend to judge. So you have to share with them that you don't want to judge a book by its cover, that you don't want to qualify people. You want to basically tell them, look, you're going to wake up every morning and you're going to resign as general manager. You're not God. Someone did not make the decision for you. You made the decision. You made the decision to join network marketing. So who are you to make the decision for others whether or not they qualify to be part of network marketing or not? Anyone who puts forth effort can do this business. Share with executives that a balanced team is good, like we talked about. So organization building versus retailing products. Retailing products gives you short-term cash in hand. So if somebody's in a situation to where they desperately need money right now, it's good for them to retail products, you know. For example, you know, you've got some moms right now that are joining network marketing, and they are wanting to get $1,000 before Christmas. So they want this money and they want it now. They want to buy Christmas presents, and that's great. So retailing products is a great way for them to get that cash right now. However, building an organization is your long-term residual income. That is your retirement money. That is your beach money. So they're both very, very important. So you need to teach your entire team, CEOs, everyone, that you want to have retailing products, but at the same time, you want to build your organization so you have your cash now and you have your cash at retirement. As leaders, we elevate ourselves by lifting up others. You know, this business truly goes for full circle. What comes around goes around. And I truly believe that. And I believe if you just have a pay it forward mentality, if you have a heart of giving, and you are simply out in this world looking to help other people improve their lives, that life will go full circle and it will automatically come back to you. I don't ever look at this business as what's in it for me. I look at this business as what can I do to help this person have a better life? what can I do this person to have more time with her children? What can I do to help this family get out of debt? And, you know, it just comes back to full circle. So, corporate people do struggle with the loss of pride, as we talked about. They were somebody with an office and a title, and they're now at the bottom of the rung. And having this lowered self-image can be scary for them. So again, you know, compliment them, you know, and like we talked about earlier in the book, don't tell somebody what they're doing wrong. Show them how to do it right. But give them positivity. You know, the glass is half full, not half empty. You know, recognize that they are vulnerable. They need you. Show them your strength and lead them through the steps to success in your organization. Encourage them. You are accountable to yourself in network marketing, and corporate America executives, even though they were one of the top dogs, there was still someone above them, whether it was a board of directors or an owner, or, you know, a CEO that was a little bit higher up, CFO, whatever the situation, they still had a boss somewhere. That's why they got laid off or let go, or that's why they're looking for another job if they're miserable, because they're not living life on their terms. So in network marketing, you are accountable to yourself. You do live on your terms. And, you know, some people think it's very easy to be your own boss and it's the best thing in the world. And it truly, honestly, is the best thing in the world. But it's not always easy to be your own boss, because you do have to hold yourself accountable. You know, I'm not going to get in trouble if I don't get up in the morning. But if I don't get up in the morning and I don't work my business and I do nothing but, you know, sit on the couch and watch soap operas all day long, I better not be expecting a paycheck. So corporate executives need structure, play on their strengths. Building a network organization part-time, these people will often get flack from their spouses, their bosses, their coworkers. For them, you know, if you're working full-time and you're a single mom of 3 kids, which, you know, this is something that we talk about a little bit in this chapter, you have to just make small sacrifices. Maybe get up an hour earlier, or, you know, maybe give up your exercise that you do for 2 hours a day. Maybe just go to the gym for 1 hour and then use that extra hour. I remember when I started in network marketing and I was working full time and my nephew was living with us, I used my lunch break at work. I sat in my car and made phone calls. So that was a way that I would eat my meal in like 5 minutes, and I would spend the other 25 minutes literally making phone calls 5 days a week. That's how I did my lunch, and that was the sacrifice I made, because it was helping me work my business, but I wasn't taking away more time from my family. Building a networking organization as a single woman. Single women face many obstacles, but failure is not falling down, but not staying down, but in staying down. Sorry. So basically, we all fall down from time to time, but we just have to get back up. Single women know what desperation feels like. They also know that they have the ability to create their own success. There is not a single woman with reasonable skills and serious drive who cannot pull herself out of the plight and achieve greatness. We should approach this business like it's the first day of the rest of our life. You know, reading about some of these single women and what they went through in these chapters, it didn't matter what obstacle you put in front of them. When there is a will, there is a way, and they were determined to make this business a success. For some people, it took longer than others, but they never, ever, ever gave up. They woke up every day. They approached this business like it was the first day in network marketing. They worked it like they didn't have a team, like they didn't have a customer base. They were starting at square one, and they just kept going and going and going and going. These situations all had 2 things in common. Every single one of these women went the extra mile, and when it stopped working and they had their setbacks, they just started over. You know, if they lost their team, one of them, their company went bankrupt, they just started over. They were not giving up. So executive attitudes, they have to learn how to do personal development over monetary gain. And again, we talked about paying it forward. You don't want to look at this as what's in it for me. You want to look at it as together everyone achieves more. It's a team. You want to be optimistic, not pessimistic. Exalt others instead of yourself. You know, and I loved the part in this book where people were asking this gentleman who was the highest paid person in that company, what did you do to be so successful? And he said, you know, it really wasn't me. It was my team. And I've got a great team. And he just uplifted them. And they went to his leaders and asked the same thing. And they said the same thing. And they kept going and kept going and kept going. And they were just constantly uplifting their team. And that's what this is all about, is exalting others and praising them and their work. Executives can be egotistical. People are inferior to them. And all of this success is because of me. And so that doesn't work here in network marketing. It's the opposite effect. So I loved this. It's about finding other people to give it to. It's a gift that you're giving away. I love that, because that's truly what it really is. That sentence right there broke it all down for me. So going into the conclusion of this, we are not headhunters. We are heart hunters. We are, you know, anyone that's successful in this business isn't looking at dollar signs. They're looking at, what can I do to help that person have a better life, to change the situation that they're in? You know, there are things money can't buy. Money can't buy time. Money can't necessarily buy health. And life is precious. And so for me, there's so much more to look at than just money. Don't become an MLM junkie. If you are serious about wanting to sign up CEOs, do not become an MLM junkie. If you're in more than one network marketing company, you are not going to be successful with CEOs, because they're going to see right through that right away. If you're jumping from company to company to company, and I openly admit to you guys that I had 1 year in my life where that actually happened. And I've been there, done that. I've learned from that. Stay the course. You know, there are times when, yes, you do have to leave your company. You know, if there are illegal activities going on, or if the company's having a financial situation to where they're going to be closing, or, you know, there are things that happen. But for the majority of you, I would say stay the course. So network marketing is our future. So regardless of what company you are in, we need to support one another, not bash one another. Amen to that. You know, we have so many people that still have a negative outlook on network marketing. We don't need to add to that negativity. We do not need to add fuel to that fire. We need to love each other. We need to support each other, regardless of what company you're in. You see the big picture that I see. You have the vision that I have. You have the potential that I have. You are going to have the success that I'm going to have. And we need to support each other. You know, success stems from not only uplifting your own company, but also uplifting other companies, uplifting network marketing as a whole. You know, if you're out there promoting your company, but at the same time you're out there speaking very negatively of another company, what kind of perception are you giving people about network marketing as a whole? What makes you think that they want to join any kind of network marketing with all this negativity going on? The general public doesn't understand our industry. The media certainly doesn't help. They don't usually have stories that are positive about network marketing. So we have the responsibility to educate people ourselves as a whole. And the other thing is that I do my best to purchase as much as I can from other network marketers. You know, like I said, we're there to support each other. So, you know, I'm in a business that has a skincare line, but with good skincare, I want good makeup. So, you know, I buy my makeup from another network marketing company. And it's just things like that. You know, you can buy your laundry soap. You can buy, you know, books for your kids for Christmas, kitchen stuff. There's a gazillion things out there that you can buy from a network marketer. And, you know, it's all about us supporting each other. So, you know, the way this book ended was go out there and be proud of network marketing. And I absolutely agree with that. You know, we're fortunate that we were introduced to network marketing, that we were shown this opportunity, and that we see the big picture. We see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we see all the potential that this has for so many people around the world. And I was introduced to network marketing right before my 30th birthday, and I really wish I had been introduced to it 10 years before that. But at the same time, I'm glad I'm not 75 years old and just learning about it. So it's a good thing to be proud of, you guys. And so I just want to close off this book by saying thank you for joining us. And I hope that you guys learned just as much as I did. And I appreciate all of our speakers that joined us. I learned so much from you. I know from a lot of you, it was stepping outside of your comfort zone, just talking to people. And I respect you and I love you, and I'm here to support you all the way. And I'm so proud of you for stepping out of your comfort zone. Starting next Thursday, we will be covering chapter 1 of our new book. Our new book is this right here. This is actually something that comes with a white cover. That was the original one, and it's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. However, that book is very tiny with very tiny print. And this girl who has reading glasses found this book with the help of the gal at Barnes & Nobles. And so this is a bigger book with bigger print. The thing is if you get this book, you want to make sure that it says original unabridged edition, because they have modernized this book. So if you get the modernized version, you might not be reading what we're reading, but this book was written in 1938, you guys. It's almost 70, I don't know, almost 80 years old. Wow. So I'm really, really excited to dive into this. I have heard nothing but remarkable things about this book, and I know that we're all going to learn and grow so much from reading and sharing. So go out, get this book, read chapter 1, and we will be back here next Thursday at 6:30 to discuss it. Have a wonderful, blessed, and successful week, and go out there and change someone's life.